Oh, hi, Alex here. So today we're going to show you a few steps and a few items you're going to need to do before your first track day. Now myself, I do love myself a good track day, and I'm a little bit over prepared. So you don't need all the fancy gadgets and gizmos. You just need a select few things before you do your track day. And today, that's what we're going to do. Step 1, have a nice safety helmet. Now you don't quite need a crazy helmet like this. This is a bit overkill, but I have to look fancy when I race because of all the women that are at racetracks. You want to definitely impress them. If you don't have that much money, you can usually rent these at most high-performance track days or high-performance racing events. They will allow rental, but I do usually recommend that you get your own helmet, because if you're going to be doing this on a regular basis, even if you're only doing it like 2 or 3 times a year, you can get one of these and it'll do the job. The main thing you have to know about these helmets is it has to be a race helmet. And some of you are wondering, why does it have to be a race helmet? I have a motorcycle helmet. Now, if you know much about motorcycle helmets, they're designed like an airbag, as in they pop out, they're a one-time use. You can't reuse an automotive airbag. Same thing with the motorcycle helmets. Once they have an impact, a lot of motorcycle helmets are designed to basically be replaced after a major impact. These are designed to receive multiple hits over and over. Like, perfect example, I have a very small car with a roll cage, and I regularly, you can see the indents, regularly hit my cage while I'm racing. And if this was a motorcycle helmet, I would have to throw it away just after one hit. So what you want is you want to find a Snell SA rating. Now this one is an SA 2010. This is just about on its end of life. Some series will allow you to use an SA 2010. That's about 11 years old now. So I don't recommend using one this old, because you're looking for an SA 2015 rating. Step 2! Most race events will require you to have an onboard fire suppression system. Not so much a whole big system like in race cars, but at least something of adequate size to put out a gasoline or oil fire. What's important is having a BC or ABC. The main thing they want to look for is the BC part, which is for liquids, like accelerant liquids, like gas and oil, and then C for electrical components. So that's the main thing they're looking for. This one happens to be an ABC, so it covers all 3. But the main thing they're looking for is B and C, because if it doesn't have the BC rating, it will not actually put out an oil fire, or it could actually make an electrical fire worse, which is basically what an automotive fire usually is. Step 3, and probably one of the most important steps, is if you're taking your car to the track day and it's a little bit old, make sure your car is in good working order. Most tech guys nowadays don't truly check the car as well as I'd like them to, but I'll tell you what, dropping oil on a racetrack will pretty much get you banned from the racetrack ever again. So you don't want to be that guy, because it's going to ruin the whole day for everyone else. So make sure your car isn't leaking oil, it's in good condition, and the tires are good. That's a very big thing you got to make sure. You got to make sure you have tire tread. And if you do have a certain type of tire, make sure it's in good shape, and also make sure you have brakes. And another thing, make sure your fluids are good. Make sure you have fresh brake fluid. All automotive manufacturers suggest a minimum of every 3 years to replace your brake fluid. Brake fluid is hygroscopic, which means it's designed to absorb water. So the longer it sits or even driven, doesn't matter either way, it absorbs water into the system. And if you'll ever notice a vehicle that hasn't had its brake fluid flushed, the pedal goes all the way to the floor. And then you flush it, and now all of a sudden the pedal feels firm again. It's because there's mostly water in it. That is why if you look on the back of any brake fluid, it'll tell you a wet and a dry boiling point. Dry is the boiling point of the fluid when it's brand new, and then wet is when it's about 50% content of water, so the worst case scenario. So if you're going to be racing your car and you don't want to write it off on your first track day, make sure you have good fluids like brakes, like oil, like coolant. Make sure all that stuff is good. Last thing I'm going to go over. If you're going to go to a track day, you want to have fun. And do you want to know what isn't fun on a track day? It's trying to control a car that isn't under control. Make sure you get the correct alignment. Now, whether you have a Miata, a Mustang, a Nissan, a Supra, a Porsche, I'm sure there's plenty of forums, Facebook groups, internet posts about what is a good suggested alignment. So go ahead and just take a rough guideline, what you find online. Some manufacturers like Porsche, like Ford, and even Nissan for the GTR do have track-specific alignments. Take it to your trusted mechanic who has an alignment rack and have them perform an alignment with those specs. Because you are going to learn how to race and how to handle a vehicle at high speed. If you have an incorrect alignment, say you have toe in, the whole day at high speed, your car is going to feel a little bit unstable if it has too much toe in. Or let's say you have the incorrect toe like that, which means the two wheels are facing opposite directions, the car is going to feel unstable and just going to go all over the road. So all day you're going to feel scared of the car. While a car with a perfect alignment will feel straight and predictable. And it's going to waste your whole day if your vehicle's alignment isn't up to par. So the last thing you should make sure you get done is have your alignment checked before the track day. It's going to make sure you truly do have a fun day. And that leads us to the very last thing I want to go over. Have fun. If you're not having fun on the track day, you didn't go to the right track day, or you're just not with the right group. Because that's the whole reason why we all do it. It's fun. Even when it gets a bit competitive and a bit aggressive, at the end of the day, it's all fun. Have fun. However you're going to do that, have fun and respect the others on the racetrack. Because the most important thing is respect for your fellow driver. Because that's something that you never get on anywhere but the racetrack, is the respect of your peers. So when you respect your peers and they respect you, that is what allows us to do at the pro level, to be following our peers only a millimeter away, because we respect the other's skill. And the only way to do that is to earn it and gain it. So that's all I wanted to cover today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. It's very important. And if you think I missed anything, type it in the comments. And if you think I screwed anything up, shove it up your